Sellers will sometimes ask me if they should get an appraisal on their house before we list it to help figure out how to price it. And most of the time, I don't think it's worth a seller's money to do that. One reason is because different appraisers will appraise the same house at vastly different prices. I know of an instance that a seller got a house appraised. 2 weeks later, it was under contract. Another appraiser went out, used the same exact comparables, and there was a $20,000 price difference between the two appraisers. And so it typically is just not worth your money as a seller to do that. So with that story in mind, you might be thinking, oh my goodness, so then I have a buyer and they get an appraisal. What happens if it ends up appraising less than what we have it under contract for? Unfortunately, that happens sometimes, but there are options. Most of the time, by the time the appraisal comes back, due diligence is done, that buyer is decorating the home, they are ready to move in, they are motivated to get in there. So we can negotiate. If the appraisal is good and we look through it and legitimately we are probably not going to get a better one, you may want to just go ahead and drop the price to that in order to get the deal done. But a lot of times it's kind of relative. And so you may want to negotiate. And that's where I come in and find out a way to compromise so that you don't have to drop it all the way down to the appraised value and we meet somewhere closer. So all is not lost. Even if your house doesn't appraise, we can make it work.